So what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a very already warm morning here in East Texas. Today what we're gonna do is we gotta do a lot. We're moving the cows around, doing a little bit of cleanup, and we're gonna go through and show you what the summer slump has kind of done to us and then how our farm is handling the slowdown of the grass. But first, what we gotta do is get the cows all set up, ready to move. And as you can see, they're about ready to go. They know what's going on by this point. And now we're moving them from the permanent paddock into this one here. Hey cows! Come on cows, come on! Don't you just love when things go just perfectly right? That's awesome. It's been so dry of late that this grounding rod that I'm normally able just to step on and it pushes into the ground, I'm actually having a decently hard time getting it into the ground. Now it's not like we're in a bad drought dry, it's like it's summer dry. So I'm having to manage it kind of accordingly. And the big dilemma that I have when dealing with the cows in the summertime is this. As we're trying to improve the soil around here, we're having to deal with this weed here. This is woolly croton goat weed. It's just, I've made a lot of videos on it. It's kind of invasive. I mean, it's not invasive because it's a native, but it just kind of takes over the farm. And the problem is that it likes to grow in late spring, early summer when it's hot, when it's warm. So it likes to grow right now. It likes to drop its seeds in mid to late September. So in order for me to make this go away, because I don't want to spray, I'm not going to spray, and make my life easier with the woolly croton, the goat weed if I sprayed, I'm not going to do it. But in order to make it go away over time, I have to mow it. So I'm in this dilemma of, we're in the summer slump, am I going to clip pastures and mow down the goat weed so it doesn't come back? Or am I not going to clip it and make sure that we have enough grass to get through the summer slump? But what I've also done to help manage it is slow down the cows a lot. We've gone from a 15-day rotation in early spring to a 30-day rotation in mid-spring to early summer to now we're on a 60-day rotation. Actually, it's been a little bit longer than 6 days. It's been about 63 days since the cows have been back in this paddock here that they just moved into. And by doing that, I've allowed the grasses more time to recover, more time to catch a little bit of rain, more time to grow up just a little bit more, and just helps. Well, that's not good. The ducks are out again in the morning. Shoot. The ducks just started laying eggs, so what's going on is in the morning they go out to find a more you know, a little bit secluded spot or a little bit more grown up spot to drop their egg, and they've been getting out. So I think I gotta create some sort of duck nest box for them to lay their eggs in and get some of the fake eggs. Now let's try and go get some ducks in. Aha! This is what I mean. They go and find a little spot like this to lay their egg. What I gotta do is put a fake egg over here in some sort of nesting box so they lay in, instead of trying to go to the little bit of area that's a little bit more grown up, because they got a little bit more privacy, and it's just how ducks are. But ducks really do help tremendously with the goat weed and other weeds. But with the goat weed specifically, the ducks, what they tend to do is they eat the seeds that one have dropped, or they'll even just go pick a seed off the plant, which is great because if it doesn't seed, it can't regrow. But that's not the only way they help. This pool of theirs, or every morning I come out to like a little manure slurry, this is full of nutrients. And here we have a lot of Carolina horse nettle, but hopefully by doing this we can help improve the ground. We can put a bunch of nitrogen on it, and hopefully this stuff will go away in a year or two. But this paddock here is a paddock that we clipped about a month ago. The problem with this area where the ducks are is that the pigs also got it. So that's why it looks in some places a little bit like that. Those wild pigs, those wild boars, whatever you want to call them, They're awful. We're right outside where the ducks are. This is the pasture that the pigs didn't get. Look at this. This is awesome here. This is absolutely awesome. We clipped this a month ago. This right here is what we mowed down 4 or 5 days ago, and we were able to do that because I saw what was going on here. And the grow back for the summertime is fantastic. And even when we get out of the shady parts, it's still great. Look at all the Bahias up, a lot of the Bermudas coming back, a lot of, I don't know what this grass is right there. If anybody can tell me, that'd be great. And the reason why I think we're able to get that grow back is because we're moving the cows every day or every other day. And what that's doing is we're allowing the grass to get long. We're allowing it to fully express itself. See, this one has even gone to seed here. And by doing that, this plant here has sent down a lot more roots than it would if it was continuously grazed at right about this level here. If you keep grazing it when it's right here, the roots are only going to go down to here. But if you graze it when it's here, the roots are going to go all the way down here. And when you actually go and graze off this part and the cows can harvest this part, you know, it's more grass for them to eat, but there's also more roots. When you graze it off, those roots, those extra roots die off. What that means is it's taking carbon from the atmosphere and putting it into the soil. And the main point is that carbon holds water. So when we have double, triple, quadruple the amount of roots in the ground, that when they get grazed off, they die off, they turn into carbon, we're able to hold much more water than everybody else. So with only a few inches of rain over the last couple months, we're still able to grow grass. Why? Because the ground is holding water. It's holding that moisture. It's not letting it go anywhere. And then when we clip, we're not haying it. We're just clipping it, and we're leaving the grass clippings on top of the ground. So what happens to those act like a mulch, and that's carbon too, so it holds more water, it holds more moisture. It's why, you know, the back to eating gardens work. It's why, you know, you mulch trees, because it holds moisture. The carbon holds moisture. I'm not too worried about clipping the grass in the summertime because we're holding so much more moisture, because we did get a lot of rain in the springtime. It's able to come back up. Now back to the paddock that the cows and the llamas are in. This paddock here, you can see it's pretty grown up in the goat weed. You can see it out there. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, or we'll see where the grass is, I might leave him here an extra day and keep a 60-day rotation. I'll come and clip this off. Why? Because the goat weed hasn't dropped its seed yet. But I'm only going to be able to mow for another week, maybe week and a half, and then I'm completely stopping. Doesn't matter if the goat weed's grown up, then we have to switch modes a little bit, and we have to go into winter stockpiling mode. And what that means is in the fall, it starts to come back. We get out of that summer slump for a little bit, and the grass starts to grow, not like it does in springtime, but it grows up enough to where if we put the cows on a 30-day rotation, we're gonna have a lot of stockpile come October, November, December, when the grass really slows down and stops growing. So we'll be able to go around the farm another rotation or two in the wintertime before we have to start feeding hay. Managing cows, or in this case llama right here, is there's a big art to it, to where, you know what, if you hit the spring correctly, if you hit the summer correctly, if you hit the fall correctly, the winter is going to be really easy and really cheap on you, because you might not have to feed much hay at all. But here's the best vantage point from our pond. You can see I clipped over there about 10 days ago, over here 8 days ago, over here 6 days ago, 4 days ago, 2 days ago, and so on. And you can see a massive difference. You can see a massive difference coming from all the way over there, where the grass is almost, you can see it's ready to be grazed again, to over here 8 days ago, and we already have seed heads on the Bahia, which is ridiculous. And then you go over here where it's a lot more brown, and hopefully we can get a rain and this will grow up a lot faster and be looking like the other side. But here is actually where we had a little picnic yesterday next to the pond, because it was Nicole's birthday. And then there's some days you just have to do the bare minimum because you're celebrating something, and you just come out here for a picnic, then go out to dinner and just have a nice day and really get to enjoy the farm. It's something that I think we're going to do a lot more, because a picnic out here with this as our backdrop is pretty cool. I was telling Nicole when we were sitting out here, I went, you know what, we're having a picnic not next to the ocean, not next to the lake, next to our pond. Like, this is ours. That's pretty cool. But now it is cleanup time. So that there's how we manage the grass through our summer slump. And you know what? It means it's managing the grass all year round, where we're growing as much grass as possible. We're putting as much carbon into the ground to be able to soak up as much water. That way it allows us to keep growing grass, to be able to clip when we have to, and be able to take out the weeds instead of spraying, and to ensure the cows have enough good grass for them to grow happy and healthy on. So with that, hit that subscribe button down below, ring the notification bell so you get notified when we put up new videos. Hit the like button because it really does help with the YouTube algorithm, and drop a comment if you like. Alright, until next time, see ya. Bye.